Brad was a correctional officer for us, 24 years, very dedicated, a good man, loved his community, loved doing what he did.
Brad just, honest to God, Brad loved everything about the job. He liked wearing the uniform. He liked the brotherhood with it. He liked dealing with the inmates. He likes trying to solve problems. I mean, honestly, I've never met a correctional officer or a cop or anything that's ever been more into his job like that.
He would drop everything just to help. If somebody didn't know what to do, it didn't matter what he was on, what he was doing, he was going to handle it. And it didn't mean if he had to stay till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, he was going to make sure it got done.
He took on law enforcement like he did everything. His belief in God, he knew the Bible backwards and forwards, his love of music, but he was always the cheerleader. And he was a very, very good teacher. He was a field training officer here at JSO.
When he was training somebody, he was training them to the fullest. Even if it was something that was monotonous, he trained the hell out of it, So that was Brad.
Was always there to help. And it didn't matter where it was at. If it was out in his community, helping at his church, helping his kids either in school or anything of that sort, it was second nature to him to want to help somebody who was in need.
On October 12th, 2024, Brad went by a gas station after his shift. He's off duty. At that point, he's doing something at his car, and he heard an argument, and he asked the young lady, was she okay? At that point, the boyfriend became violent, pulled out a handgun, and at some point, after pointing the handgun at him inside the parking lot, he got into his car as a passenger. She was driving. They fired several rounds where Officer McNew was struck.
And I got a call about 3:20 in the morning from a lieutenant, and she said Brad McNew got into an incident and was shot and killed. And we're at Shands Hospital with him now. He didn't make it.
I just didn't think it was real, and I just really didn't know what to think, and so just not really wanting to believe it was true, but knowing that he was always going to be there for someone, I was not surprised that he stood up for what was right.
He was a true Southern gentleman. He could not stand to see women, children, anyone being belittled or put down or beaten or abused.
He responded when he didn't have to respond. But the fact that he did, he's an example for all of us. He's an example to follow of a dedicated public servant, his love for his community and his love for other people.
That's what it means to be a law enforcement officer. It doesn't end at the wall, at the gate, anything like that. We are given this responsibility to protect those that can't protect themselves around us.
Heroes they don't wear capes. They're just everyday guys and girls and kids that step up and say, not on my watch.
He paid the ultimate cost serving his community, serving this agency. So having this award given to him would add on to the legacy and the legend that he is inside the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and inside our corrections facilities. This is who he was. And this is who all officers should want to aspire to be.
Just thank you. That it does mean the world to us, because we know the hero that he is. He's ours. We love him to death. But that you know, that you're telling everybody about it, it keeps him alive.